Hello, 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 party people. Hope you are all doing well, and welcome to this festive one-shot here in the wonderful land of Aeodrun. Now, I hope everyone is wrapping up warm for this cold winter season. I suppose we should do the preamble. Hello, my name's Tom. I use he, him pronouns, and I am going to be the Dungeon Master for this one-shot, and I am joined by two delightful players. Let's just, as everyone starts, the masquerade. As said, this is a two-hander, so we're expecting a lot of chaos, a lot of sensible play. You know, we're very, very controlled here. I've had 4 hours sleep. Let's see how this is going to affect the game. Darling's like, you should have more sleep. I really should. Anyway, I will introduce you to our players, but not to our characters yet, as they will come up later. And I just said her name. I start by introducing Talia.
Oh, hi, my name is Talia. I am she, her. I am here for a good time, a fun time, and a red hat gnome full of hot chocolate time. Oh,
if only we could always be here for red hat gnome full of chocolate time, but we'll see what we can manage to do. Evie, what delightful sentimental mug do you have this festive season?
Hi, I'm Evie, she, her pronouns. My festive mug is the evil one from Hello Kitty. She's not actually evil. She was supposed to be a villain, and then they were like, actually, you're kind of adorable, and joined the main cast. I don't remember her name.
We're just calling her the evil one.
The evil one. The evil one.
The evil one.
Oh, it's right here. It's Kuromi.
The evil one.
You can't even see it. There we go.
Kuromi. Kuromi.
Kuromi.
The evil one.
I think it's the evil, as in one word.
The evil
like,
one.
But the.
Oh, and it's Kuro.
Oh.
Black. And then me.
Because
she's the dark Hello Kitty.
Oh no, the dark evil Hello Kitty. Oh dear.
Festive mug. What's your festive mug, boy?
It's Mary Lloyd.
Oh.
So, who, for those of you who've watched my previous festive one-shots know that I have an affinity to this great skeletal horse that comes to your door and then challenges you to a rap battle. If you lose, you've got to feed it. It's one, you know, I love a cryptid. I love a rhyming cryptid. On that note, just I'm glad I brought that mug, because otherwise I'm just like, it's a Star Wars mug. I'm like, not festive. This is not Life Day or whatever they have. Anyway, as we slowly but surely ramble our way towards something resembling a narrative, let's throw over to our sponsors and supporters.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check out their entire selection, including some limited roll-together dice. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER, all caps, at checkout, you'll get 25% off your next purchase.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation, then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. And if you put !code into chat, you'll get yourself a free Electrum chest.
We are happy to be supported by Homie&theDude. Homie&theDude are a father and son duo, a group company that make various different TTRPG supplement books, which includes The Wandering Tavern, and coming soon to Kickstarter, they have a new Dune/Mad Max inspired book called Scorched Basin. You can go check out all of their stuff following the links in chat or in the description below. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase.
And I'd like to say a big thank you to the D20 Club who support us on Patreon. Now, for one of your local currency or one goat, which must be sent to Roll Together HQ. And again, I'm not sure when this episode's coming out, but we have an affinity for the goats here on the channel, as you would know. Thanks to the D20 Club who helped. They built us a wiki. They built us a Discord. We have Patreon games. You know, sometimes we go to space. Sometimes we go to Hades. It travels the gambit. As Talia starts stabbing. No, Talia, stop sending people to Hades. You can't do it. You just can't. Anyway, massive thank you to all you. Don't tell me what to do. I'll stab whoever I like. Yes, with that note, let's get into this episode, shall we? It is the evening of the second day of the 11th month in Aeodrun. Now, this is a festival which is known as Winter's Remembrance. This is a time for friends and family to gather together, to think back on the past year, to think back on those that we've lost. One certain shopkeeper in Muckstead is not thinking about the people that she lost. She hasn't got time for that. She is very busy raising a child. And it is coming up to that child's birthday. It's also her birthday. But she hasn't made a thing of this, as once when her child asked, do parents get birthdays? She very quickly said, no, once you get to a certain age, you just stop having birthdays, which really upset the boy who loves his birthday. Muckstead is a coastal town to the east. A strong wind blows on from far off islands, which means it doesn't snow, which is a shame, because at this time of year, when one is walking home, yeah, there should be snow. There should be crunching of leaves, but no. Greta walks these streets alone. She's had to go to the local tavern because these reavers, again, have started to celebrate by kicking over the tables. That's right, folks. This is a prequel. The Solomon Company hasn't fully formed. Our party, as is, hasn't all come together. But, as I said, Greta went to go deal with this issue, and basically, yes, Evie.
Question. When in the year after Remembrance does the party descend upon Merkstead?
I am saying the next spring. Okay. Feel, Josh. Feel free to canonize when you're just like, because I vaguely I go, when does this happen, Josh? Yeah.
What are the timings?
So I'm saying that. Kobolds, please put up when it's happening. I'm thinking that the party will arrive like in the spring. I don't know. I just got spring vibes from us that we didn't get to have the beach episode, so it's not summer vibes, but it's not wintry.
Yeah, I think that Vest and Perry got there before.
Yes, you are. Don't worry, you are in town.
No. I was just thinking though that maybe the party's coming in late spring. That's just why they've been thinking about the summer beach, because then that gives like the whole of the rest of the winter and full spring. So it gives us wiggle room.
It's a wiggle room, you know. So like, and this is the thing. It's like, wow, we're already getting distracted. It's like in our world when suddenly the Gregorian calendar came in and we all just lost 11 days. I don't know why I'm saying we. Like we all, you know, like, hey guys, you remember when we lost our days back like in the 17th century? Yeah.
No, I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Talia's been around, you know, just stuff. Anyway, Greta has gone and dealt with some reavers. At the time of this story, there is a tentative peace between the reavers and the people of the town, an understanding of you let the reavers kick over some tables and they won't cause trouble Fortunately, as we said, a party hasn't turned up to completely flip that table back over again and cause trouble. Greta heads home. She has under her arm a small wrapped package. It is an item that she has ordered from the local store to go and send a message to this continent's favorite tourist attraction, the world's largest treehouse, because she has been promising her son that they will eventually go to the world's largest treehouse and see its wonders. But it's not happened yet. But she knows that she can spark his interest by bringing a gift and sending it down. A good postal service exists here in Aeodrun. She arrives outside her shop and pauses. Looking up, she sees there's a small light in the window, a bedroom window where there should not be a light. It is bedtime. And faintly, she hears the sound, very tentative, very plucking away of a lute. She sighs and opens the door as loud as she can, at which point she, with her excellent hearing, hears the scrambling of a child putting down a lute, running and diving into bed, and very loud honk shoo, honk shoo, honk shoo coming through the... Greta has had fun with her son, Oro, by informing him that she snores terribly. So every time he tries to fake, like in this example, he very loudly honk shoos, honk shoos. You have to have fun with your kids. Greta heads up the stairs and into the bedroom. The lute has been conveniently put back on its stand, and there is a small lump in the bed, honk-shooing away. She walks over and pulls a chair and sits down. "I know you're not asleep," she says. "Yes, I am," says the lump. She can't argue with that logic. The lump rolls over, and we're now looking into the face of a small, orcish child. Green skin, curved ears, but for once not wearing a cowboy hat. So we see the tiny little goat horns he has sticking through his massive hair. He's shy about them. Basically saying none of the other kids have horns. Greta has pointed out there is a variety of children here, but there might be a reason why he decides to stick with his best friend, Sunny, another animal-like child. "I've got you a present," says Greta. "I was asleep," says Oro. "Yes," said Greta, "you sure were. But happy birthday." Gore sits up excitedly. What is it? Is it music? No, it's not music. Is it gingerbread? No, it's not gingerbread. It's something to help you sleep. Right? She hands over the present. Happy birthday. He unwraps it. Inside is a cloth creation. In its belly, there is a small hatch that you can put a pouch, such as lavender. It's for comfort, and it is shaped like a chicken. Chickens are Oro's favourite creature. Those of you who've ever met a child know that a child will just hook on to the strangest things. In a world full of griffins and dragons and people who can wear magic coats to turn into sea creatures, Oro's decided he really likes chickens. He is hoping for a chicken-based birthday party this year. Let's see how it goes. Greta says, I can warm it up for you. He sort of bounces the chicken along and then goes, yeah. She walks over, casts a small cantrip to warm it up and puts it back. He holds it tight to his chest. "I love her," he says. "She's a princess." "Oh," says Greta. "Yes, she is." He turns around, placing the chicken down by him. "I want a story." Okay, says Greta. Greta is not a storyteller. She has many skills, but storytelling is not one of them. Usually, she can get someone else. Even Hera is willing to read. She's very good at doing the voices, but Greta, less so. It's, as I said, it's not a skill that she turns towards. Right, okay. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there was a chicken princess. There were 2 chicken princesses, says Oro. Right, because I want this one to have a friend and a sister. There were 2 chicken princesses. But like in our world, a princess is not a gendered thing. It is a title of importance. A prince might go and conquer, but a princess's job is to, she pauses, not wanting to say, take care of the home. That's not the lesson she wants to teach the child. Care, she says. Okay, so Zoro not convinced. It doesn't sound as good as he was thinking, but he holds the chicken princess close. There is a kingdom, and there are 2 chicken princesses. The thing is, there are many other princesses out there because the kingdom was so worried about anything bad happening to the princesses that they decided to use a special trick of gathering all the eggs together. And so no one was quite sure which one was the actual princess. They're all princesses, says Oro. Greta sort of flinches a bit. He's going to keep interrupting, and she's trying to get into the flow. It's winter, says Greta, and there is going to be a massive party, a winter's ball, a snowball. Let us float through this kingdom of animals. She looks, he's smiling. He wanted animals, he's getting animals. And up into a tower. There is a massive bear dressed as a wizard. They've got a long robe and a big pointy hat. And they are looking at a chalkboard. Well, princesses, says the bear, the thing you must understand about magic is that it fills us all. Everything from the smallest little ant to the biggest tree is full of magic. The camera pans round. Hello, princesses. This is Bartholomew, the bear wizard. He has been talking for about an hour about magic. One of you knows quite a bit about magic, and this is probably not the way that you understand magic. So, as we're panning around, let's start Evie. Evie, can you describe your character, introduce us to your chicken princess?
My chicken princess is called Penelope, uses she, they pronouns. And Penelope is a warlock. Did I even pick? No, yes, I'm a Hexblade warlock. I'm a Hexblade warlock. And is currently at least, a chicken of the fluffy variety. One of those ones that look huggable but might be evil underneath the fluff. Kind of in a nice little waistcoat with some very dashing looking jewellery. Where would a chicken have jewellery? They have no ears in which to have earrings. They have no fingers in which to have rings.
These are really important questions. And for the sake of this, as we look at this, Evie, as we sort of ghostly see behind, what kind of creature would you be if you were not a chicken?
If I was not a chicken, I would be a distinguished looking human.
With fingers and the ability to wear, for the sake of this,
thumbs.
Opposable thumbs. For the sake of the story, hey, for us relative grown-ups, this is a good question that Evie's just put up, and to which the answer is yes. just somehow.
Angle vibes.
It's just vibe. It's just vibes and just like an earring floating over where a chicken's ear is. It's just yes. So Penelope, as I said, this is not your form of magic. There is all sorts of other exciting things. This is really annoying because it's a holiday. But yeah, then you're stuck up here with an old, boring bear who's just lecturing and lecturing. What are you most excited for this winter festival?
This winter festival, I am most excited for new chicken feed. A new mug. I really want a new mug.
You want to? You want to?
I've been having a big cup of cold drink all year round, and I want my festive mug.
Exactly. That's also in world as the chicken takes a slurp, and then it's like, no, this is not what I want. I want my nice warm mug. Penelope plots again start forming in the back of your mind of like how you might get out of this very boring lecture. Maybe again, I don't know. You are clearly drifting off. Your head filled with ideas, mugs, and then you're sort of, as your mind thinking, you're like, oh, so there's going to be a feast, and there's going to be good food, and there's going to be people, and you hear that there might, yes.
Want to challenge someone to a duel.
Evie, you read my mind. That you know that Talia.
I will be there second so I can write it down. And also stop other people from getting in the way of the duel.
This is very funny. You two have actually. I realize I haven't quite introduced Talia yet, but not. Can you both roll sleight of hand?
Dirty 20.
Love it.
I don't like this die. These are dies I pulled out of my random check. Sleight of hand. 6.
This is absolutely perfect because Penelope, you very subtly scroll a little note and a little drawing of you standing holding your blade, and at your feet they've either been defeated or they've been stabbed is a knight. You know that you've won the duel. Penelope, have you been in a duel?
They have demanded many duels. Demanded is different from having actually been in any. I tried.
You've tried, and there's also the problem is that you haven't really had a chance to leave the castle so much, and then it's very difficult. You challenge the various. There's one guard who is a pigeon. His name is Dougie. He's very keen and very sort of, oh yeah. You keep challenging, and then you draw a sword, and Dougie goes fluffs up and goes, oh, I'm defeated. Frustrating. Not a proper duel. So you have written a little note showing you're going to do a duel, and you hand it over subtly to your sister. Who, Talia, you do not. I do not know how you. Yes, I think you open up the note and start. Do you start reading it out, or do you just start? How do you? What's a 6 for your sleight of hand for not getting the secret note quite in the way that your sister's intended?
I think what has happened is, whilst we've been lectured, I have been steadily just throwing guidance at Bartholomew, and so now I am more interested in that. So I have now stopped throwing guidance, and it's now become clear that I had been casting guidance quite sneakily, and now I'm just going, oh, this is so much more fun.
as we look, as the camera pans, as we see Bartholomew's chalk break, and he goes, "Oh, beans," and turns around to look on one side, the fluffiest chicken princess, and on the other desk, Talia, can you introduce us to your character?
I looked this up, a shamo chicken.
Okay.
They're kind of roundish of body, but they've got very powerful legs, which I thought were the most important criteria. I've forgotten everything else about a shamo chicken.
Look, we've got fluff and we've got legs.
They've got like a little red bit here, and they've got a little fluffy tail butt.
Oh, they're horrifying.
They're cute.
I mean, sure.
The shamo chickens, I think they're cute.
They look like they could eat me alive and dance on my grave.
I mean,
yes.
They're
They look
long. Oh my god, they're the giraffes of chickens.
Talia, do you have your chicken have very long legs?
No, that's the wrong chicken. That's not the chicken I thought it was.
My goodness.
I thought it was the internet lied. I don't know. I'm a cuter chicken than that.
Again, I feel Evie's vindicated here for being like, "What a terrifying chicken," and then Talia's like, "No, but they're so cute and lovely." They're not, Yeah.
Yeah, I will identify. I looked this up and everything, and the internet lied to me. How dare it?
Well, Talia, are you saying you are just? Are you saying you're a cute chicken? Is that the with long legs?
Chicken who is small and round and cute, but powerfully, proportionately long legs with very long dagger toes.
So if
a messenger bag.
a little chicken with a little messenger bag. As you look, if we're looking at your like ghostly form, if Oro was trying to work out what you were based on, what species would you say you were?
Stout wolf, not like
a
halfling wolf, like shorter, round, but not like a fresh faced, little puffy hair, little puffy tailcoat, also a messenger bag, postman hat, because why not?
I look forward to when we do a live show and we're like, "Oh, what are we bringing?" It's like, we're doing the chicken princess one. We're all wearing tailcoats. And yes, so Henry, you stop casting your guidance on Bartholomew, and again the chalk break as you sort of like audibly go, "Oh, this is much more interesting." Yes, you start reading. I said sort of Penelope, as I said, is sort of like trying stuff out, like how to like formally challenge someone to a duel, like what the wording needs to be, how to insult their honor. You don't want to attack someone's mother because that's mean, but you also want them to, you just want someone to draw a sword and fight you, and you don't want it to be Dougie, the guard. But
know where you live.
You, with your quill, start writing again in a very, I assume, a very different hand than sort of the flowing sort of. Pardon me, Evie, but I would say like the French sort of aristocratic kind of like we've been talking about the chevalier and that sort of like the honor of this. As your sister starts writing in, "I know where you live." Bartholomew turns around, sort of like
I write straight in Calibri. It's separated. You cannot mess up any of the letters.
It is clear and concise. While your sister dreams of being a great knight errant, maybe to fight, your dreams are more, as we said,
messaging. And also, I didn't say I am a monk of the dancing master variety. It's a drunken master, but Henry doesn't get drunk unless they want to. It's a dancing master.
Yes. Again, you are on your terrifying talons. You are nimble. You are quick. Both of you have trained under the dance master. Rather like Game of Thrones, one of you was like, "Oh, good dancing," and the other's like, "Cool. How do I dodge a blade?" The things you learn. Henry, you. I said you in very clear writing. Right. I know where you live. As Bartholomew has turned around and it just says, "Princesses, there's some important missive that you've been presented with that you must interrupt this very important lecture on magic."
I look over Henry's shoulder to see what they're writing.
We are prepared to miss very important lectures. Fight me, you coward. Please.
Professor?
Nicely.
Professor, we are prepared to miss very important lectures. Fight me, you coward. I know where you live. I demand satisfaction. And I slap a glove down.
An elegant... Evie, do you think it's a full dueling glove? Or are you wearing like what I would call like your Sunday best gloves? Like, is it...
My first thought was a rubber glove. That does not make much sense.
You could, it's your castle. You could have gone to the kitchens and got yourself a rubber glove.
I could have, but that's not easy to write with. So I do think it was like a very elegant, like satin little glove.
I was just thinking about when you used to, if you fill up a rubber glove with water and then you tie it off and then you can make it look like a chicken with all of the, no, that's a turkey.
That's how you ask for a duel. I blow that up laboriously after my speech and slap it down.
Please. This takes me back to Blades in the Dark Star thing. Hey, Evie, what would you like to roll? Are you rolling persuasion, intimidation, performance?
I would like to roll persuasion, please.
Guidance.
You take guidance?
Thank you. That guidance is helpful. Hang on, ow. Why am I saying ow when I can't find a dice? That's the energy I'm bringing in tonight. That's cocked. So that is 14, 15, 16, then... 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24!
I demand satisfaction. Yes, and then a glove is put down. Bartholomew looks and goes, "Oh." Again, he's wearing glasses and just sort of like looks over. "Oh, princess, we can't keep doing this, but..." Sort of looks around. "It is coming up to the festive season, and I understand in classes that one normally gets to, bring books from home or play a board game. If you're desperate to beat up an old man, I could certainly try. Okay. Wouldn't you rather be taught this by one of the guards rather than again, as a rather portly bear going grey in the muzzle, has been there for since your grandparents, But
Yes, it's my lifelong ambition to defeat every member of this castle in a duel.
Well, okay.
And you've not got many years left, so I gotta start now. That was rude. Sorry, I meant to be nice.
Well, okay. Are we doing an insult duel? Because I don't think I can. I think you're a princess. But I'd
rather a sword duel, but I can do a battle of wits.
No, I know you can, princess. But looks over to Henry. Are you?
You coward! I'm sending message straight into his brain.
I think, okay, so this is the thing that we've been watching him being like, well, I'm not quite sure about this, and as we pan in, he's just, coward, I know where you live. He's just like
3 spells I have guidance, I have message, and I have goodberry. These are my 3 spells. I feel they're all going to become useful.
Oh, well, okay. I guess. Sort of lifts up a paw as like the table starts scooching backwards. Okay, all right. Again, as another spell's cast, and like looks at you. Do you draw your blade?
Yes. I don't have metal blade.
No.
Because I'm too cool to be carrying around naked steel. Instead, I kind of reach to the side, and out of feathers, fluff, and a bit of shadow coalesces my sword, Excalibur.
Granted to you by your patron, a powerful weapon, you know. It has been part of the contract presented to you by the great abyssal chicken that you have to be able to, like a training. You like, if you can beat everyone in the castle. I almost feel like it's turned into Pokemon. Like, if you can get badges, then you can truly be the princess of repute. Also, your second is here with their very sharp talents. Just
I've got my very sharp talents and the notebook where I've now gone to Bartholomew's entry, ready to tick it off.
There's we'll do this fight, and then I can Talia, I will tell you who else is in your notebook. There's folks, as we said, this is very loosey goosey. As we suddenly cut back, and Ordo's like, "There's going to be fighting in the story," and Greta's like, "Evidently, yes." So the princess squared up against her old wizard trainer person, the bear. She's fighting the bear. Would you both like to roll initiative?
I have a question.
Yes.
As I roll initiative, that's cocked. It is cock like a chicken. So are we the size of chicken and the bear is the size of a bear?
What an interesting question.
Or are we kind of like leveled out? I'm happy to be a tiny chicken.
I think it's very funny if you're a tiny chicken. And I think this is the problem that, like, with this world, and as I said, with Greta's not the best at world building. So stuff like this is like your sizes like change depending on like what's happening. But you know, it's almost like you've shrunk down now. So we're looking at like a big bear, and then there's this tiny chicken, and then suddenly reaches out a wing and this dark sword appears, and you're like, ha ha! Yes, you are currently for D&D rules. There isn't a size difference here. Actually, you might be medium, he might be large, you know, at most. But there is also a considerable, like, you are in this room, you are about a foot tall, as opposed to about 7 foot tall bear in a wizard's robe with lovely little spectacles. He's just wearing the robe. There's nothing else underneath. I don't know why you need to know that, but it's true. Yes, would you like to roll initiative?
I've got 15.
Amazing. Auto roll initiative. He got 10. Henry, are you going to enter to this duel, or are you?
I mean, I'm leaving it to. I mean, I can roll initiative just in case, narrative purposes. But this is Penelope's thing.
You're also welcome. Penelope, would you appreciate assistance from your sister in this duel, or is it by your honor?
By my honor, but I would appreciate some. What's the word I'm looking for? When you cheer someone on.
I'm happy for you to give the help action if you want, or if there's anything else you want to throw in. So yeah, Talia, if you want to roll initiative, feel free.
That is 14.
Amazing. He got a 10. So Penelope, you start. The bear sort of steps very similar to you, sort of reaches up and draws a rapier out of it. Is made of magic. It's like a it's a magical weapon. It is sort of agreed by the laws of dueling. It's like best of three. We're kind of like doing that weird bit at the end of Hamlet, a palpable touch. You sort of, he steps in, the rapier sort of pointed at you. Circle. Be brave, little chicken. You can do this.
Just a little chicken against a massive bear with a sword. It's non-lethal, yes? Or to the death, should you wish.
I would prefer if it was non-lethal, if you don't mind, Princess, by your honor.
By my honor, of course. Oh, thank fuck for that. Yes. How about thee, as I make my attack?
We cut back to Aurora. What did you just say? I didn't say anything, says Greta to her 4-year-old. Feel free to swear. I think it's very funny that she can't resist. She's like, yeah. Yes, you roll your attack.
Okay, so that is a 27 to hit. So I've got 19 on that die.
Blooming Nora. Okay.
But I don't have like special damage.
No.
It's just that I summon a magic sword, as far as I can tell. I don't think I selected the right invocations.
That's
like
fine. You're learning. It's sort of like you got given a quest by a magical chicken, and now this is happening.
I do 10 damage. 10 pointy damage. Little pet.
You do 10. You just you step forward with your sword, face right. Watch. As you watch, like, the magic around him, you watch as that sort of cuts in deep, and you hear a bing, like a bell being struck. A hit, a most definite hit. Well done, Princess. Also, yes, as you get again, I'll give you this for free. This is a wizard. This is not an armed combatant. It is very possible that he had to do sword fighting back at, like, he's not a blade singer, I'll put it that way. He has stayed up in this tower for the last 80 years teaching people magic. You've been taught your sisters, through the generations. Yes. Henry.
My first thing that I'm doing is keeping an eye on the perimeter so no one comes and interrupts Penelope's fun. If they come, then I will immediately break whatever else I'm doing and then use my turn to go and kick them in the head. But in the meantime, I'm keeping an eye on that, but I also want to go and insight check the wizard. Is he actually doing this properly?
Interesting. What's your you sort of look at the, what's your passive, like, perception?
17.
Okie dokie. You flick your eyes. There's no one at the door. You flick your eyes back to the wizard. Please make a insight roll.
Nicely. Don't actually roll low this time. Yay! Okay, you like me being nice to you. That's what you like. Some dice like sweet nothings. Some dice need to be insulted. This one's a sweet one. Insight. 23.
You get the feeling, a bit like I've just given to your sister there, that also, folks, as I said, when we're using sister, it's the same sort of, like with princess, it's sort of the title. Anyone could be a princess in this land. It's a wonderful place. Yes, you get the feeling, like I've said, that this is an old bear who has had more hot dinners than he has had sword fights. He does seem to appreciate, like, oh, we're being honourable here. We're doing bows, but he doesn't look so steady on his feet. And as I said, he is quite big. He's also, I think with that high insight, is also really aware that you don't cut a princess. He's going to try, but he's probably not going to give them the challenge that they've been searching for. But
message party. Make it more fun, or I will sign up your entire household for so much junk mail. I'm not honorable.
You do that, and he looks, and again it casts and goes, I like getting post. I'm interested in the magazines and also the catalogs. Do your worst, little princess.
Dog bed bath and beyond, and dating for lonely old men.
Make an intimidation roll.
Intimidation. 15?
He looks startled. Of all the things he was expecting, your sister here has been showing a certain amount of decorum, has been very polite, has bowed, sort of is moving their sword, has not threatened to sign him up for an old dog dating thing. So Talia, this is really interesting, because usually when you're doing a role like this, you're like, oh, I want to convince him not to. You're convincing him to put more effort in. Was that your intention?
Yes. Not, but it needs to be more fun.
That's very, very fair. Yes, by all means. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
I'm watching. I'm gremlining. I am fine. I'm just going to stand on the table and just watch.
Looks at you as you just this gremlin is fighting. Bartholomew brings us all around, and well, as they say on the continent, have at thee. The sword comes swinging around at the princess. Does a 15 hit?
It's
Ooh. With you take 11 points of magical slashing.
my help.
It's fun.
It's the same sort of thing of he's pulling his blow, but I think you also have a moment of I think it's fair to say, Evie, no one's ever really hit you before. you just have a moment of ow, a bit like when you were trying to find your dice and you're just ouch, owie. I certainly hope this doesn't dispirit you in your pursuit of being one of the greatest swords chickens in this land. You need to take your blows.
This is why I'm starting with the old bear wizard. I need to get used to it. I need to level myself up, and to get to a state where I can challenge the best sword person who I can only assume is just an anthropomorphic sword waltzing around the palace. I need to get to that level.
I mean, and Talia, feel for this, but that would probably be Horns. Horns, she, her head of the guards, stag. A bit like in my thing where I was like, hey, she's a reindeer. So that's the thing. So as a female reindeer, still has the antlers, is very tall, has a very large great sword. Excalibur, pretty good. This is, you don't want to steal her sword necessarily, but I mean, if you could,
I kind of want to steal her sword.
You kind of want to steal her sword. You're wondering if that could, in the back of your head, you're like, I'm wondering if that could be part of my deal. Would my patron be okay with me? You can turn other things into hex blades. Yes, Penelope, you've taken, and as you hear, ding, the first blow. Back at the top of the initiative.
was you? I'm fine. I'm
Please
good
roll.
blown. Fine, sir.
Please roll performance.
Yep.
Guidance.
Are you sure this isn't deception?
Please roll deception.
Thank you. So 18 plus 8 is 18 plus 8?
Is 26.
26.
I'll say, Evie, that sort of ow was like turned into a a sort of like the stories you hear the bards tell. That you're able to like, and then like you just did, where you're like, excellently done, fine sir. Sort of you shift on your talons. You're dodging, you're weaving, you ignore the slight pain in your side, but this is good. This is good. You're handling this. First duel, great. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hope he doesn't hit me again, and I'm kind of gonna go for a feint and a thrust in the other direction.
Ooh,
Which is not ironically, is strategically the opposite side to the one he hits. I've just got a moment of getting my feet back under me. After this wizard packed me a punch. Thought I was starting easy. So that is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool, max damage, cool, which is 11 peck damage.
Amazing. The bell rings a second time. Nicely. As you dodge, you sit, ding. Nicely done. Good footwork there. Sort of like, and sort of like in the eyes of this wizard, he's like, oh yeah, actually, stares verbal physical daggers at the gremlin on the table, just pretty much making the face that Tully's making right now, like but yes, this isn't so hard. And Penelope, you're getting there. This is good. Henry, are you going to look to the door, or are you going to keep?
Doors now.
Do you want to make a perception roll for the door?
Now we've got making some commotion.
Yes.
I can't make. Okay, so in truth, these dice came out of a soap, and so they've still got elements of soap on them, and I can't read the numbers.
I think that means it's a 20.
It actually is. I'm going to scrape the soap off. No, it's not a natural 20, but it is a 20. I rolled low, but it is a natural 20. It is a non-natural 20.
Nice. You whip your head chicken-like towards the door. Indeed, you can hear the sound of the door beginning to open. Someone is coming in. A commotion was made. The droning of this old wizard obviously had died out for the sound of combat. Someone is now opening the door.
I ready in action to... I'm not going to go in... I get ready to pin whoever is coming in, softly and safely, but very firmly.
Amazing. Okay, so you've prepared your action for for flying at whoever comes in through the door. The Bartholomew again has been like, excellently done. Well, sort of like has pretty much like I've just done, started talking and then just started mumbling away. You hear talk of triangles and like planning and arching, sort of like he's like thinking of it like he would cast a spell, but it's you also working out the geometry of this and the way you got him. He as a magician, he's like, yes, very, very cunning. But sort of wiggles. Well, see how you feel about this one, as the blade comes round for a 7. Just riposte. You just there is this magical blade hits this other magical blade, and Evie, do you want to give your sword like an effect when this happens? You know, like a bit of showmanship. What happens when like 2 blades cross?
When 2 blades cross, well, my mind. I'm trying not to say that the yoke spills out of the sword, but that's the only thing that's coming to my mind.
As the 2 blades cross, yoke. Yellow yoke dribbles down out of the sword. And Bartholomew just goes, "Oh, are you quite all right, princess? Where exactly did you find this blade of yours?"
I found it in a abyssal pit, but it was a perfectly safe abyssal pit. I also don't know why it's really sticky. Honestly, I've not clashed this one with anyone before. Yes,
I think we might need to. I think we might once this is done. Once you beat me in the duel, we might need to have a consideration about. Yes.
It's still oozing. It's shaking out.
You shake. Just again, like this goop hits the floor and then just fizzles away. You know, the magic. Horrible, but in the back of your mind, you just hear someone going. It seems your patron is amused.
Patron cursed my cursed Excalibur.
Where's the fun if you don't have a cursed item? So, top of the initiative, and with the possibility of winning this round, Princess.
Go with my very sticky but shaken out sword. I'll go for one final one. You know what? I'm feeling cocky. I am going to try. I'm going to do something that is not going to work.
By all means.
But I hope it does. I would like to throw Excalibur in the hope of pinning the professor's robe to the wall behind him.
This is the sort of thing that other heroes have done. Oro, back in there, starts vibrating and goes, like Celerimus would do. Yes, Celerimus probably would do things like that. Anyway, I didn't like the bit of the yoke. No, I'm not quite. Anyway, the princess picks up her blade and hurls it through the air, this cursed blade. Evie, please do roll to see how it goes.
Cool. It is a short sword, so it does not have the thrown property.
You've done it, which is fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is that? Is that a 20 or a 1?
I don't know what is it. Is it 20 or 1?
Oh, little symbol. And when they have little symbols, I can never I'm sure if it's a 20 or a 1, because sometimes they change it.
Does that look like the ampersand like Dungeons and?
I don't know. It's like a window.
We're deciding it's a 20.
It is a 20 because on the other side is a 1.
Then you throw Excalibur. It goes sorting through and just goes. If this was a proper duel, you might have beheaded this man, as it just goes. But it takes it, and his large robes, the sword goes through, and it is lifted off his feet and goes, "Oh no!" As it goes, embeds itself into the chalkboard. As it wasn't quite he sort of stumbles, and there's just as the robe tears along the sword. There's a very hesitant ding. Whatever is monitoring, yes. Henry is the one who's been keeping score. That is as Bartholomew gets up and goes, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to pulls around the robe and starts casting mending. Yeah. So as a hex blade reappears, actually, yeah, I think you're at that level where it reappears in your hand, sort of you brandish it.
I like to imagine that if it has dematerialized and rematerialized, it's completely yoke-free.
Yes, it's clean. It's completely clean. Again, casting mending goes over and goes, well done, princess. It does appear that you have won your first battle. And at this point, the door opens. Henry? Are you taking a moment to see who it is, or are you just leaping with your held action?
I have a high wisdom, but I do not care. I am having fun.
Good. Please roll your attack.
Okay. 24 again. Non-lethal. I'm just going to essentially with the foot talons around the throat. I know perfectly where it is for all creatures.
Would you like to roll damage?
No damage, non-lethal.
Okay, you are just sort of like as
I just want to pin them down. Yeah.
So, well done, princess. You seem to have won your duel. Door opens. You just hear, oh, beans! As poor Dougie is tackled to the ground. This pigeon puffs up as big as he can. His spear, which is taller than he is, clatters to the floor, and he just goes, mercy, mercy, oh, I will be slain. You just hear for guardian's sake, Dougie, get up. You look up. Horns is standing there. Princess, Professor, we were hearing the sound of combat and looks around. And like, again, as I said, the yolk has disappeared, but it's very clear, like, for us, it is the energy of like when the teacher has been like, oh yeah, I guess I'm just going to let the kids fight for a bit. And like the headmaster has walked in and just looked around. Oh, Professor, I'm looks down at you, Henry, and just goes, he's yielded, princess. You should let him be.
Oh, I forgot, sorry. And then just take my foot off. I'm on the top of that.
She's again, she's in like full plate. So there's the clank as she sort of kneels down and looks at Dougie and goes, pathetic. Just pathetic. Dougie goes, and like the feathers all, oh. Like, how are you to protect the princesses if you're going to, be taken out by one of the princesses? I'm sorry, boss.
Protecting our whimsy. Dougie is protecting our whimsy.
Make a wisdom save.
I'm so good at these. No, actually, I'm good at these. Okay. Why am I using these dice? I can't read them.
They're covered in soap.
No, this is really hard to read. 18.
You got 16. It wasn't a spell. It is the look of a very annoyed authority figure to just look at you, and someone, when you're like, hey, we're having fun, we're having whimsy. Again, if we're talking about like the energy of like a teacher coming into the room and you're like, oh, it's the end of term, and just stares at you. And then she just shakes her head.
I'm going to tell you, I absolutely have the energy of one of those smart kids on a jock scholarship, just everything washes over them.
Nothing can touch you. Meanwhile, your sister here is like, I'm going to get my academic award by being so good. You're both like weirdly on like sports scholarships here. You're like, I'm going to be so good at swords. Horns just looks at you. So like looks up. Penelope, do you still have your sword out?
You know what? Yeah, I think I'm feeling my victory, and I'm just kind of frozen there in a victory pose, just kind of like with a bit of a, oh god, oh no, I've been caught. She's not gonna want to duel me, and if she does, I might die.
She walks over. There's the clip of her hooves. Looks, and again, just for the height difference, she also sort of gets down. What's that blade you've got there, princess?
I'm behind my back. What blade?
Please make a deception roll with disadvantage.
Yep.
You're casting guidance.
Wrong.
One of them was a 15 and one of them was an 18. I'm sorry, Tom. You've done this with two people who roll pretty highly a lot somehow. I should change out my dice for just some spice sometime, maybe. So that's deception. That's 18 plus 8. 18 plus 8. 26. There we go.
26 again. You go.
That shouldn't
what?
work.
It's the whole thing about like people going, oh, like a nat 20 is a natural victory. It's like, no, you kind of go, what blade? And then I think it being like a hex blade, you kind of lift your hat. She just sort of looks at you and goes, and just rubs her nose. All right. You want to play with swords? I hope you are aware that they are not a toy, princess. This is a serious...
I hold my side a little bit.
This is make a pile of good berries. I'm going to give one to Penelope and one to Barty. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Just chicken. Again, the human pretext disappears now as we watch the chicken go and the bear go and just eat it.
One to Ducky. I put one in one sentence while she's lecturing her. So I'm just like, give us some good berry.
Please make a sleight of hand roll to try and sneak it in.
Also, how much is good berry again?
One.
It's one hit point. It also feeds you for the day, but I think it's more just for the vibes. It's the only healing I can do.
It's healing, and also I think it's very funny that, it's just like you're getting full. There's a feast coming up. There's going to be a lot of food, and then you just feel like, I'm so full.
Again, chickens, bottomless pits. Are we the hobbits of the animal world?
You kind of are, and as princesses, you have got the finery, sort of like
22.
She's there going, sort of, this isn't a game. This isn't a. She got 12. She is so intense on like. You feel a very different vibe from Bartholomew. That this is a woman of action, of, again, sort of tactics, of save your words, but not of whimsy, of not like Bartholomew got into that fight because it was fun and it was silly, and he's got like granddad energy. This is stern Professor Hunt, who but as we watch as she's talking to Penelope, being like, you have to be aware that when you draw your sword, you must be prepared that sometimes that you won't be able to, you could hurt some. Basically, she's giving a lecture about don't draw your weapon unless you're willing to draw blood. It's that sort of thing. Dougie is whimpering in the corner, chewing on his berry. Henry, she's down on one knee, hand behind. You just place a berry in. Do you just leave that, or do you close a hand around it?
Close her hand around it and then go, I'm fast as fuck. I'm going to then just go around the other room. I've been the other side of the room the whole time.
Just
I'll vouch for you.
Again, make a straight dexterity roll to just. You're a monk, so you're gonna get away. But just for the comedy of like, you might roll 1.
I did not roll a 1. Plus my straight dex. That is I can do math. 16. If you ask me about acrobatics, it's different.
I'll tell you what, roll. That's dex. As you do that, as her hand comes out to grab at you, now roll athletics.
Athletics? Oh my gosh.
Or acrobatics, actually.
Either one.
So it's really, this is kind of like a grapple kind of thing. It's just
26.
She got 21. As you know, you close, you move. Her hand comes back to seize you by your bag, and you just almost like cartwheel through the air out of the way. And Penelope, you looking at her, and you just, again, it's the look of someone who's like, oh, this is not what I'm having. This is not what I'm paid to do. And she clink, gets up and just looks at the smear.
There's also a letter underneath it. It's just some fan mail from random people.
She moves the berry and just.
Cool. Dear Horns, I like yours. I like how you're very strong and don't say. It's just also just random bits of fan mail I've collected from other people.
I was going to say, is this
all
all
from me?
Penelope, have you made any attempt to hide your hand in this, or is it the beautiful, like, cursive that you used earlier? For the fact.
No, I've not made any attempt. I think that I'm being very stealthy, but my handwriting is just so gorgeous. But why would I want to hide that?
And again, I have to say, this
Signed X.
She looks at it, looks up at you, looks at your sibling, and just goes, mysterious. A mystery. Professor, I have a fan. Just, oh, yes, a beautiful cursive hand. I particularly enjoy the dots on the eyes. And you just, Horn goes, I'm not here to discuss penmanship of my mysterious fan.
It is rather marvelous. I haven't looked at the letter yet.
She's fully clocked you, but it's just like, yes, I'm glad. I don't know why she's. And again, he's got glasses. She's just rubbing at like a growing migraine that these princesses have given her. Yes, a marvelous hand. I was sent to summon you princesses. That your talk about magic is over. You need to begin preparing for this evening's feast. There will be a variety of exciting guests. And again, okay, as just quick, yes, I think we're getting to the point where we're getting near a break, so we can set this up. Looks to Henry and goes, there will, of course, be the festive sharing of gifts and cards. And so you both will be given the names of one of the guests. You will have this afternoon and this evening to prepare. your look as well as the gift to provide, and then the gifts will be handed out by some mysterious winter ghost. That's it. Henry, he feathers instantly. Like, oh my goodness, this is literally what you've been preparing for all year. You have made such an attempt talking to like the quartermaster and everyone to be like, oh, it happened to be a winter ghost. I mean, what would they wear? You know, what kind of hat? Would you need a new bag? Your preparation, your year-long preparation is coming. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. And also now looks at you, Penelope, and says, I also hear that Madame Mountain Ash will be in attendance. Madame Mountain Ash is a little bit of your hero. Is, again, when we've been talking about, like, a famed swordswoman who breaks into nunneries and steals people away. And also, at her last party, the last party here, you weren't allowed to attend. You were all a bit too young. It is stated that she fought 11 duels and received 14 kisses. Some of them from the same people that she dueled. I can safely say there is one aspect of this that you do not care about so much, but there is one that you are really, really into. Yes. She is a porcupine. She is majestic. She is trouble incarnate. Horns you look up to, but again, where you'll be like, yeah, this is if you could challenge her to a duel, the things you would be skipping some steps, but
gonna need a bigger, less messy sword.
You say, contemplating, you know. As you do, you start plotting. Henry also, I think, almost in a mirror is also like, yes, the things and the gifts I can. Horns just looks and just goes, what? Professor, don't challenge your students to a sword fight. But yes. I mean, they're very good, evidently. Obviously, fighting with the sword they don't have. Am I correct? I didn't. There's many forms of magic. It just literally kind of goes, nope. Dougie has been just sort of perched on the table and goes, oh, yep, okay. Princesses. Yeah, go on.
Cannon doesn't bring you into the fold. We're gonna have so much fun.
Oh,
You're an honorary princess now.
Oh, biscuits! We flash back to Mug instead. I like that there's more princesses, and I like that anyone could be a princess. Yes, that's good. Is that how it works in the real world? There haven't been a royal family in a while. Well, what happened to them? That is a story for another time. You don't need to worry about that. Okay. Can I have a drink of water? Yes, you can. And I will reheat your chicken princess. Which one is it? Both? It's both. Yes. It's also Dougie. And Greta, in the back of her head, just has a moment of going, my God, he really is his father's son. This is so delightfully frustrating, and I love him so much. As Greta goes up and goes, yes, okay, I'll go get you some water. I'll go reheat the chicken princess, and can I also have a biscuit? Why not? Go get yourself ready. Yay! Rolls out of bed, is wearing a very, long t-shirt. It is one of Greta's that she got from the fighting pit for one of the fighters. It's, if you imagine like a WWF t-shirt, very faded, that she's just gone, there you go. Yes, so on that point, as we're coming to the end of the first half / the let's stop for water and a biscuit break, which is what we need in every game. Yes, where are we? 2 princesses here in a castle, 2 different goals, both full of whimsy, and also Dougie, who's doing his best. So yes, if you will come and join us in about 10 minutes, and we'll find out how the chicken princesses save winter, which is the name of the show. I didn't mention it. It's been a surprise, even though it's been down there. Anyway, we'll see you in 10 minutes, folks. Bye. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that little break. Canonically, it's very interesting to do a stream and then also go, yeah, the characters are also having a break. Hope you went and enjoyed possibly a nice biscuit, a glass of water, maybe some juice. Oro did. Oro's had early birthday. He didn't get his gingerbread, but he suddenly got a sweet biscuit. And as we come back, Oro has settled back into bed, holding his chicken princess. There is the smell of lavender. There is also the smell of tea, as Greta has made herself a pot of tea and is sitting by his bed. Don't worry, folks, it's not too late in the evening. He's not staying up vastly past his bedtime, but he's 4 years old now, and you can push it by half an hour. Right, says Greta. Where were we? Yes. The Winter Ball. Like in our world, this is a chance for reflection and for celebration, and to also mourn, but to do it in a joyful way. In the kingdom, the king had thrown a large, lavish ball for all the nobles of surrounding lands to come and to celebrate. There also was a tradition in this land of a winter ghost, a ghost perhaps of Christmas. Well, why am I saying Christmas? That's not a thing. Of winter present, literally. A ghost would come and present people with gifts, and it was decided that it would be gifts from other people as part of the group. Both princesses have returned to their bedrooms. You do have separate bedrooms, which is only becoming of a princess. There's a lot of rooms in this place. The castle architect and map maker has no idea how many rooms there are. They seem to appear and disappear. It's perfect. And when you were growing up with your siblings, it was perfect for games of hide and seek. There are still some chicken princesses that people just haven't seen. They went and played. You hear them. They're out there somewhere. But you return to your rooms to prepare for the festivities. And the festivities are very different energies. On one side, we have someone who wishes to deliver the joys of the season. And on the other, someone who wants to make their name by beating up one of the land's most foremost fighters. So there's a couple of things I'd like to get. First of all, princesses, what are you going to wear to the ball? It's a formal event. And second of all, would each of you roll a d6 for me?
On the D6 first, or the clothing options?
It's going to be sort of it's prepared, and then each of you has a little card placed on your pillow. So, I suppose you would notice the card first, and then you can choose your clothing. So, actually, let's start with Penelope. What did you roll?
3.
Amazing. You enter into your room. What do you think your bedroom looks like?
It has kind of it's kind of got very black and white color scheme with hints of purple, kind of celestial hangings upon the walls, with a giant, with one wall is just swords, purely ornamental. I'm not allowed to touch those yet, but they're there for me to look at and admire. And also a framed picture of what was Porcupine person's name again?
Her name is the Lady Mountain Ash. Her full name is Chantry Mountain Ash, but that seems very formal.
I have a framed picture of the Lady Mountain Ash, and by its side there is a big group picture of all of the princess sisters and siblings and various kin. It's very lovely. There's a lot of variety. I don't know how people have lost track of which of us is the real princess, considering we are so varied. Next to that is also a picture of horns, just with a little bits of like stars and like bits of tape, red tape, like how do I get to this standard? But then also next to it is a tiny little framed picture of a very distinguished looking abyssal chicken.
This was presented to you when you made your warlock deal, along with Excalibur. I think it's very sweet that your patron decided to be like, and here's a picture of me. Very sweet. As you are going to be preparing for the ball and deciding what you're going to wear, I said there was a card. This card has been presented by the, well, again, I think I said the quartermaster, but the sort of like the bursar of the castle. It's the name of the person who you are going to give your gift to. And I don't know if this was something that you set up or if you play, but the word horns is indeed written on the card. So I'm going to say, Evie, you get a chance. If you make a note of what your gift's going to be, there will be a chance to present it. I obviously don't know, which is also great for me playing the NPC to be like, oh my goodness. Yes. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're also not going to reveal what you're wearing until we get to the party. So if you have a bit of time to think about what you're going to wear, and also do, there are beautiful ceremonial swords here, but only one of them leaks yolk. It's a risk.
Not a bug.
It's fine. It's fine. It's every great weapon needs to have something that as you're preparing for the ball. We go along the corridor. Talia, where do you think your bedroom is in the castle?
I just feel that based on vibes that Henry and Penelope are probably like the closest in just general companionship. So across the hall.
We come out, we go across the hall, and we come into your bedroom. Henry, what are we looking at?
It is a mix of a training dojo and a library. There's like big open spaces, climbing walls, like acrobatic and like aerial apparatus, combat mats and like dummies to fight against. Very stabbed. Some like massage chairs to kind of massage the feet, but then also like scrolls and books. An entire very detailed map of the library and of the building and where everyone is, and then the entire town and where everybody is. The map, the picture of all of the princesses, and then just like, here is where everybody lives and all of the posts they're sending. And my favorite thing is my book of fancy stamps.
Ooh. How do you get hold of this? I assume you wouldn't ever tamper with mail. And No.
It is beneath my honor as a post person. You never tamper with the mail. Now, what you might do if you really want to know is hold the sender hostage and go and ask them repeatedly. Only you are allowed to do if you know the person very well and they say it's okay in advance. Or it's Dougie.
Oh, good. I got a card from my grandma. Hello, Doggy. Can you give me your... Yes, you have... there are certain gifts for being a princess, and being able to turn up and being like, hello, I will not tamper with your mail, but if you could just steam this stamp off. You do have a beautiful stamp album.
We have to work in concert with some of our more artistic princess sisters to design special, like, event-based stamps, and so people want to go and send their post through me so that they can get stamps, and then they get to keep a bit of the stamp, and I get the rest of the stamp. Well, no, I get the original imprint of the stamp, and they get the copies of the stamp.
Talia, there's a winter ball. What did you design for the stamp that's been sent out on the invitations?
It's sparkly scene, lights, curved elements that look like they might be swords, but they're very elegant around the edges. And then in the background, a mysterious winter ghost.
Penelope, you got one of these invitations, even though it very clearly came across the hallway. It's, hey, people, if you want to design a beautiful stamp for us, please do. That's so swords and a winter ghost. I realize I might have cut you off. Anything else you want to add to the stamp?
Oh, sparkles, like it's a lot of glitter.
A lot of the recent mail that's been coming in from the post people who've gone off across it has had glitter stuck to it because the glitter stamps have spawned and going. So some very important, like, notes have been sent with little bits of glitter over it.
All tax speckles and notaries, and it's just pretty stamps and glitter. But it has got to them safely, securely, and quickly.
Amazing. So you've entered into your room. There is a card on your table, on your bed, or you might sleep on a table. I don't know what chickens do, as you're learning by watching this game. What did you get for your D6?
I rolled a 6.
That is very interesting. What did you say your passive perception was?
I think I said it is 17.
Amazing. I'm just gonna make a roll. Everything's fine. Don't you worry. It's always good when someone says that. Okay, so Henry, you come into your room and you're like, amazing. Okay, let me start thinking about, like, now what would the winter ghost wear? What can I get? And you look around the room and you're like, okay, I've got this. There's that. There's the massage chair. There's the raccoon sitting in the massage chair. And you look back. There is a raccoon dressed in the mottle of a jester. This is Strings, who just sort of waves a claw and goes, I hear you got me for the gift. Now, I think it's much easier as it just waddles over. Again, for the height difference, is smaller than you, just this round ball of a raccoon. Now, I've been thinking about what I want, and I would like more bells. Just looks at you.
Fantastic. I like someone who is very specific with their order catalogue. Is there a general number of bells, small bells, large bells, fancy bells, or is there free choice in bells?
Surprise me. Whatever bell would be funniest to ring at the party.
To ring, okay.
But I also want to jingle and to jangle.
Jingle and jangle. Fantastic. Would you like to go and fill in this customer report?
Reaches in and pulls out handkerchief, and then the smallest pen, and then just goes, 5 stars, 5 stars, excellent service, well provided, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Anticlimax. And then just vanishes. you have a moment of applause. Henry, we know what your sibling would like. What would you like this winter festival? What's the gift that you would ask for?
A final fact. And a messenger bag. A new one. The straps on this one are going.
That's very sweet. Would you say that you have put out the general vibe of that's what you would like as a gift?
I have been known to go wandering around the halls going, oh no, my bag, it has broken. It's not broken. Oh no, it has broken. And with multiple pages in my notebook. And I have no pages for notes. What shall I do?
I would also like the fact that we started going, I would also like, a nice seasonal mug. I would also like to beat the best swords person in the land. But that's all right. There's like big gift, and then there's like little gift, the one I would keep using. That's a nice level. So that's established.
I'm going to go and make sure that I can call to Master and just at some point and just go, let's get going.
Mischief is about to occur. We have bugles, we have music, lyres, just drums. We are in the big ballroom. The walls are covered in white streamers. Wizards cast spells, so light dusting of snow. That's not too cold falls. Unlike the coastal town, there's actually snow here. It's a wonderful time of year. Around the room, various dignitaries walk, discuss. If we were to start listening to their conversations, maybe we would hear the sort of conversations one wouldn't have unless they were in a crowded room, probably not being listened. Plans are being made, pieces moved around the board. But this is also a party, and there is a very big cake, and also there is going to be custard. That's been the thing. They have prepared custard. This, again, for our young princesses, this is the first time they have actually been invited to this ball. Previous years, they've had to sit upstairs with Nanny, who is a goat, and they did their best to sneak off. But even though Nanny is old, she managed to gently go, no, just come back. They spent a very boring evening doing some colouring in. It was nice, but it wasn't what they wanted to do. But this is the opportunity for the princesses to present themselves to the kingdom. And in fact, we are now starting to get... Actually, I'll go so far as to say these are the final two princesses in the kingdom. Sort of... the other princesses and your siblings are scattered around. Some of them have, as I said, disappeared into the castle. Some have sailed off across the sea. And a couple of them have just started like a fight club. Again, they were like, okay, that's fun. Let's go see a princess who's really good at boxing. So actually, Penelope, it's not what you're looking for. It's not out of the realm of possibility. If your older siblings are allowed to punch each other, then why couldn't you fight a duel? Let's actually we'll talk about Penelope. There is the sound of trumpets. There's boom, 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 and a frog scroll with thing and goes, and now presenting their Princess Penelope. The doors are flung open. Penelope, what do we see?
We see a very fluffy chicken hair, coiffed back in a pompadour, a snazzier waistcoat than she was wearing earlier, with a very lovely crystal pocket watch kind of pinned to the breast, which seems to have some abyssal kind of trinkets. They don't look too close. Red accents, very large bustle, very poofy sleeves, a lot of poof, and much sparkle. Earlier, it was the everyday silver jewellery. Now, it's the fancy silver jewellery. There's also a belt of celestial symbols and a tiny little pocket harp in case I need to twang a couple of notes to impress somebody.
You never know when you need to twang. Your gift has been placed previously on the table. A big pile, labels, beautiful wrapping paper, gifts of various sizes. There's quite a lot of people here, so this is a very tall tower. The fact that it hasn't toppled yet shows the miracle of magic that our dear Bartholomew just careful. Would hate to have anyone be crushed by a falling wagon. And one of his assistants goes, I don't think there's going to be a wagon. You don't know. It's a magical time of year. Anything could happen. I'm going to let you make a performance with advantage.
Okay. Advantage, cool. So that is 15, then 30, 20.
You are grace. You are poise. You're right. You're not wearing a sword currently, right?
I think because I kind of want to impress some swordy people here, I do have one of my, it's still ornamental. Yeah, I've got an ornamental sword, like a fencing sword.
You've got long, beautiful sheath. I think because you said I'm using the fancy silver. There's that slight thing of it's for show. It's but I think the way you sort of this fluff ball positions, and you do hear some sort of. There's always going to be polite applause, but you look around and you're like, okay, I got some eyes on me. Do you want to make a perception check?
Sure. Something I'm going to note is somehow I think there are only 5 traits that I am not proficient in. I'm proficient in a lot of things.
You're a princess, yeah.
I'm a princess.
Yeah.
Perception is also one of them. Excellent. So that is 17.
There are many interesting people in this room. There is a... Okay, I'll put this to you, Evie. Are you looking... Are you interested in the people you think you could duel, or people who seem to have a similar aura to you? When you walk into a room and you're like, that person seems interesting.
I am probably looking for at least one person that I can befriend, because most of my friends are other princesses at this point, I think. But I'm mainly looking for people who might be up for a cheeky duel.
Amazing. You're looking around the room and you're sort of okay, all eyes on me. Sort of towards the back, sort of leaning against a wall, holding champagne, is a fox in sort of dark. I was about to say leathers, which sounds weird, but they're combat leathers, and looks at you and sort of raises a glass, and you faintly hear a rock at the back of your mind.
They know the abyssal chicken. Do I speak abyssal? I don't speak abyssal, but I understand the vibe.
You get the vibe as game recognizes game. Now is the point where there's bum 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 bum, and now introducing the Princess Henry. The doors open. Talia, what do we see?
nothing for a moment.
The frog was like, oh, just goes, oh, and sits down. And like, it's like his friends come and start fanning him. Like, it's okay, it's okay. He's like, I miffed it.
And then leaping down from the rafters, already there, and using slowball, because why not be dramatic about it? Lands the Princess Henry.
Oh, what are you wearing?
I am wearing, look, I'm going to tell you that my vibe is Ninja Winter Ghost. So it's like wide, soft-soaking, like pleated trousers, but then like back with like okay, highly like silver, gold, like embroidery threaded, like then bands to wrap it at the ankles so it doesn't get caught on things, but like so it just kind of like blooms a little bit. Like a wrap vest with like a little extra wrap belt that goes into a bit of a tailcoat, kind of like little kind of like silky gloves things, which you realize like just like martial arts, like the arm guards, but they also look fancy and they've got little kind of on them, little fancy just hat, because I want my little posty hat. But that's also very elegant, little fluff, lots of feathers. But again, yes, Ninja Winter Ghost. I think I'm subtle and secret.
You're working. You have placed this on like your dream board. You have been planning your costume. You have been planning your entrance. Please make a performance check with advantage as well, as you can safely say the room is surprised.
Okay. I'm proficient. I'm not very good at performance because it's a charisma-based skill and I don't have any charisma.
I'll tell you what, do you want to turn this into like acrobatics or something?
Yes,
for, like,
please.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes! Natural 24, 27.
Says the frog announcer. Oh, the princess! How unexpected! And the room. Penelope, would you consider yourself? How do you feel? Like, do you feel you need attention on you, as a chicken, as deep down? Is that something that you require?
I'm probably the loudest person cheering Henry on.
Amazing. You just you have the moment and you're like, yep, that's my princess. Henry starts.
I'd like to give the frog a piece of post addressed to the frog.
The frog's name is Ted. Ted the frog.
It's a very piece of actually very important post. He is getting it much earlier than he needs to.
Ted opens it and he's like, oh, I've won the premium bonds. That's 60 gold. And everyone's like, yay, Ted. Ted is going to have a very happy winter now. And yes, sort of like, guys, Henry, have you sort of like disguised your face at all?
I have it's a very filigree mask. It does nothing.
No. Ted the frog goes, thank you, Winter Ghost. You are a kind spirit. And then just, like, Ted's friends are like, yay. Oh, premium bonds, that's good. Henry, you are able to walk out onto the floor. Would you like to make a perception check to see who is looking at you?
Yes. Okay. What is that number? Perception. I rolled so low. 12.
A lot of people are looking at you. It's fair to say you fell majestically out of the roof. How long you
would my passive perception do me any better?
Well, yes, probably. I think that's the sort of thing of like, I like to think that what happens is like, okay, I'm looking away. Winter goes away as you sort of like you duck in and peer around. You're looking around. Everyone's like, oh, where did the winter ghost go? Across the room, there is a very stately-looking male peacock, sort of large tail, also in a very beautiful sort of velvet suit. I think we've talked about the weirdness of hands here, but also like hands covered in bling and beautiful. Yes, sort of like, thank you for bringing the Adventure Time deer in. Thank you, Evie. Yes, I think is just sort of quietly sort of like, and looks around. Do you just can you just make me like a stealth roll? As you're hidden behind a table.
Oh, that's good. 15 plus stealth. Where's was it? 21.
You are the knight. This peacock looks around and believes he saw where you were. You're not. You're at the next table over, and just sort of like, sort of nods sagely, and then just taps
the anti-winter festival person. They must be stopped.
You do get the vibe of this is a. I mean, we're a monarchy, but a capitalist in our beautiful kingdom. Actually, I'll tell you what. You do a lot of the poster work here. Would you like to make a history roll?
Yes. $19.
This is the good feather. They're involved, sort of a businessman, of course. But if one happened to need something arranged, you could go talk to him, and he would be. He's a businessman, for the right amount of money. The fact that he's been invited by your father probably rankles against your love of the winter spirit, but also makes sense where you'll be like, it's much easier to know what's going on when it's happening in your house and you can keep an eye on it.
I want to pick him.
Did you say you want to kill him?
Pick him.
That's very fair and makes a lot of sense. This is so
Pink chickens.
You've got the sharpest little talons in all the land, and if you want to beat up a peacock, it's so yes.
This will not be possible, Joel. I am not Penelope.
Are you going to sneak, or are you just going to run towards this?
I am now Ninja Winter Ghost Batman Postman. All at the same time.
Say, if you're going to fight the peacock, even though it's not honourable, I will still be your second.
Yes, thank you. I will message you so I can tell you my intentions.
Understood.
Yes, Penelope, you receive a message as you're sort of crossing the floor. Penelope, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm going to follow along very purposefully with a bit of swagger. And I'm basically going to be there making sure that the peacock doesn't return the fighting dirty, for he is going to be beaten up by a princess and therefore must take it.
That's fair. So,
in fact, dare I?
I mean,
we'll see how this goes first.
Penelope, you begin sort of moving gracefully across the floor. I think various people would love to have a conversation with you. How are you? everyone here is of a certain amount of power, but how are you when sort of it's strangers? It's people. It's also that weird thing of like people being like, I know who you are, and I would like you to know who I am. Sort of. This is the royal family. There are like your sibling would be able to like literally list where these people live, but sort of various people coming. You're also aware in the background that there's a discordant noise, and as you look over, Strings is just hitting a drum, going boom, 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 boom. You look up your father, this large rooster, is just sort of looks and goes, "Less of that, Strings," and Strings like, "Sorry, Your Majesty," and just wheels off. Yes. So, Penelope, what animal have we not had yet? A badger. Badger sort of comes over in also a waistcoat. The Princess Penelope. My name is Frederick, and I am working in the docks, and I was hoping to be able to...
Later, Freddie, as I kind of keep going.
Oh,
No, I'm not sure.
You sort of... there's sort of like... Again, sort of like, the later, Freddie, sort of like... what is your charisma?
In general?
Yeah.
20.
Freddie is very excited to have spoken to you, so like that's the thing of like the way you handle yourself is wonderful, sort of like Freddie's kind of like turns to his associates and was like, she knew my name. Yes, when you did introduce yourself, Frederick, still it's so it's a good day to be me. Ooh, Volivants.
What I love about D&D, I can embrace the fantasy of being charismatic.
It's very good that we've just been like, and that works. That's just the thing of like, hey, people like it. It would be weird if you were like cloying and like really into people. The people want a distance from their royal family. It's yeah. Penelope, you're crossing the room. Meanwhile, the Winter Ghost. How are you getting? Are you stealthing across the room, or are you fully just?
There's got to be rafters, right?
Oh, you fell from them.
I'm in the rafters again.
Please make a acrobatics roll. Or do you have a monk thing where are you at the level where you can just run up things yet?
Only
Pretty
5.
high leveled up.
I was going to say,
That's a waste of a nat 20.
I don't know if it is. I would safely say that you are in the rafters. You are as quiet as fallen snow. As the click of your talons is drowned out by the bump 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 of the drums. You are above the god Feather, who is in discussion with one of the otter people who had been like, go Frederick, who doesn't know. You can listen in, or you're getting a bonus to hear. No one knows you're there.
Listen responsibly, just so I can find the perfect opportunity to leap down and kick him in the face.
The otter sort of goes, well, that's the thing, boss. Sort of, it's pretty well protected. I know it's well protected. It's a castle. We're in through the doors. We can just enjoy the party. So happy to... Do you just fully sort of like just fall from...
But first.
Please roll an attack.
With advantage, he doesn't see me coming?
Yeah, no, it's almost like it's a stealth. Is it nat 20?
He rolled today.
I've rolled 1 non-nat 20, 2 nat 20s, and a bunch of really shitty rolls.
Please Please double your damage.
That is. Oh, it's all the same for everything I do, so. 17 points of non-lethal.
Oh, you're not being lethal. You are just.
I can't kill him yet. Okay, I would like winding damage.
I think that's, sort of this peacock sort of like it's been discussing as you fall and you just talon, sort of basically kick him in the sternum. He just goes ooh, and bends over. You plop down. The otter goes the winter ghost. Look,
do it again. Other foot.
Well, this is the thing. Can you both roll me initiative, please?
Ooh. That is 21.
21 for Henry. What did you get, Evie?
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And before we get into it,
yes.
Talia, how open to help, or what kind of help?
Always open to help.
Want?
Always
okay.
open.
This isn't a duel. You can use magic.
I don't know. The honor is that he is trying to attack the people and the whimsy.
I may also try and make sure it is presented in this way, so it doesn't just look like you decided to throttle a guest in the castle.
Yes, he wants to harm the whimsy, and I am very upset about that.
At the top of the initiative with 22, the Godfeather just goes, he lifts up, looks up, and goes, oh yes, a winter ghost, how fascinating. Turns to the room. Is this what happens to your honored guests, to be attacked by a child? People are like, yeah, that's it's it gives a 12. Some people are like, and then other people. This is not an unknown entity in the game of this kingdom, and they're like, the Godfeather was holding like a glass of champagne and has poured it down his, because he just got kicked in the, he got throttled, he got kicked, and some people were just like, Penelope, as you're sort of to the side, you do hear someone going, well, I think that's going to cost you a pretty penny when he takes that to the laundrette. Someone is like, why are you being like this, Bill? I don't know, I'm drunk. Bill, why are you here, Bill? I also sort of like, again, giving things like, Penelope, you've been like sort of keeping an eye. Your like thing of like, oh, this is going to look like it's an attack. It doesn't seem, especially like, first of all, a little winter ghost. Second of all, he just tried to be incredibly patronizing, and people were like, no, not the vibe we're expecting. The Godfeather looks miffed. The beak shuffles. But speaking of winter ghosts, Princess.
How dare! I'm just, look, I've got no carry, but if I say the words, then Penelope can then make it more dramatic and special afterwards, and Penelope's own flair. So, how dare you destroy the whimsy of the winter festival, where we come together and we read messages and we share gifts and glitter and stuff, and you come in here with bad intentions, and then halfway through, when he's distracted by trying to listen to my very, very bad sentences, I just kick him in the face.
How dare you! You've ruined the fun. And as the talents come around, please roll your attack.
That is that's decent. I can't do that. 23.
You bring your foot round. Again, I'm loving height difference here, where you you jump into the air and swing. Roll your non-lethal damage.
9 points of non-lethal damage in the face. I will kick him again. I've got double actions, double attacks.
Head is cocked one way as you bring your leg around the other way.
And that is what's that number? Oh, 22. Other foot, other way.
You hit him across the face the other way.
10 points of damage. Does leave a slight scar, open up the cheek just a little bit.
You just reaches up with a handkerchief and dabs. Says, "Oh, you've drawn blood, Winter Ghost. I believe that might be considered assault."
Bonus action, keep focus point, flurry of blows as I'm coming down.
Do it.
I don't like him. He's mean.
He is.
I can make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Okay. So that one is a 24, and then the other one is a 22.
Both hit.
$20 points of pummeling damage.
You pinwheel. Bam, 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 bam. Challenge. This rich peacock goes to his knees and it's like, oh my, that truly stings. People were like, is that did the princess just beat up that businessman? Really does look like it, doesn't it?
And then my dancing technique, whenever I use a flow of bows, I get the benefit of the disengage action and I increase by 10 feet. So I just now move out of his attack range. I've just got I'm under a table.
You go up onto the table.
I'm out of his movement speed.
Yeah. Just sort of looks again like on his knees, blood trickling. I think it's safe to say that everyone is standing there shocked by this. You hear Bartholomew. There's a rumbling from the tower as Bartholomew's spell starts dropping. Oh goodness! I shouldn't have taught them how to fight. I've inspired them to. I'll deal with this. Princess, says Horns, coming forwards. She is in her armor, but she has put has been forced to wear a festive scarf, which she's not happy about. Just starts walking over, pointing at you, Princess. You're like, shan't. Horns was just so Horns walks next to Penelope and then looks at Penelope and then literally just
got this.
It is your turn now.
If you'll allow I'd like to do 3 things more or less simultaneously, which is talk, which I hope is free action.
It is free action.
Then I would, and then spell, which has a bonus action thing attached to it.
Yeah.
So I'll talk first, which is I will step out in front, ruffle my feathers, say, friends, honoured guests, is it not the right of the Winter Ghost and any assorted princesses to defend Whimsy that this gaudy capitalist has run afoul of? Thank you very much. And while I do that, I tap my pocket watch. And let's see if that needs us. Oh no, it just kind of happens. The shadow of the what was it? The Cockfather? No, that's not his name.
This is the Godfeather.
The Godfeather. Drink the amount of times I've said cock today. Okay, his shadow briefly ripples, then it kind of opens up like the maw of an abyssal chicken before glomming itself together, rising up and attacking him. So first up, can he make an intelligence saving throw?
He can certainly try. Oh, Godfeather, are you a smart cookie? Let's have a look. Intelligence saving throw. That's a 5.
Cool. So I'm going to give the damage first, and I'm going to tell you what it does.
Cool.
Okay, so that is 3d8.
Ooh.
2, 10, 15 necrotic damage, psychic damage.
Nice.
And he is incapacitated until the start of my next turn. And as that whole happens, I round it to a close, my turn to a close, by saying, is it not tradition for us, princesses and winter ghosts, to defend whimsy at this very whimsical and frosty time of year? As tradition dictates?
I think you can make a persuasion roll with advantage.
Yeah. I got a nat 20 for a persuasion for a 28.
We cut back to the bedroom. I mean, you should never just get in a fight with someone to try and prove a point. You should use your words, like the princess did. Was it tradition? When it comes to the royal family, it's rather a case of people get to say what they want. And in this case, the chicken princess was right. There was a certain obligation that the royal family would have to protect whimsy and general joyfulness at that time of year, which is why, as we cut back to the ballroom, everyone's like, yes, it is. Huzzah! Huzzah for the princess! Huzzah for the winter ghost! The band strikes up, and rather, I don't know when people had time to practice, as a very sort of dance breaks out, and everyone the two princesses, I think, are swept up as, you know, the Godfeather is twitching, and it just goes, I'll have my revenge, as his assistants lift him up and carry him from the room. I
want to go and send a message to the quartermaster. So as this happens, then glitter falls from the ceiling and trinkets fall from the ceiling, and everyone gets a little note and a little piece of chocolate and a little toy. It's like everyone's getting a little firehouse and a little hat they can put on, and that's for everyone. And actually, like, it's all mix and match. It doesn't matter if you're a servant or you're the king. Everyone's just getting something really fancy for the day. I've worked on this for a year. I am not letting a capitalist ruin the fun. Everyone is having a good time, and I'm staring this guy down. It's just glitter and sparkles and delight.
Rains down from the sky, just people who missed this party will regret it for the rest of their lives. They got to see a fight, they got to see a princess kick someone, and now trinkets rain down. But you have spent so much time planning this that you were like, what if someone got hit by a falling piece of chocolate? That would ruin the mood. There is just, you spent so much time not needing Professor Bartholomew to explain magic. You understood how it worked. You've put in little things. You've talked to the, like, Bartholomew's assistants. I'll go, yay, we did it. Bartholomew's like, most irregular. To rain chocolate down on a, what if the king was struck by a bonbon? Does no one concern themselves with the safety of the king? The king dances past wearing a party hat and goes, oh, be quiet, Bartholomew, it's a party. I'm having a grand time. This is happening. While this is happening, Penelope, you just hear a voice in your head, not the normal voice, just this voice going, are you enjoying the party, princess?
I look around to see if anyone is looking like they're casting a spell at me.
The fox moves and just gently sort of cleans a claw and raises an eyebrow.
It has been very festive, it's been very whimsical. I'm enjoying it immensely, and yourself?
It is, well, until the action of the winter ghost, it was rather bland, to be honest. But now it is interesting to see such... This kingdom seems to be very forward with its gifts to its people. It's quite the celebration. You, now having a bit closer, realize that this fox's fur is white. They obviously come from a colder part of the world. You also, as they have, he has approached you, something in the back of your head just cluck, cluck, cluck.
I see you also have friends in abyssal places.
The cold wastelands, princess, they are rather, well, you make the friends you can out there and you hold them close. I was pleasantly surprised to see that the art seems to have traveled this far south. Tell me, how again, wipes the hair from their eyes, how goes your quest?
Truth, slowly.
Mm.
No one, I keep trying to challenge everyone to a duel, but nobody wants to duel a princess. How goes yours?
Similar. Nobody wishes to duel a prince. Looks at you, and then kind of goes, gestures towards like a door to the side.
You get a glove out.
Turns a cheek. looks back at you as you just like prepares, and then looks at you and goes, "What do you do? What is that?"
This is our custom. I blow up a glove.
Right.
Then I throw it down at your feet and demand satisfaction.
That is less combative than ours, where we, well, actually, I think your ghost friend pretty much challenged that capitalist to a duel, but
It wasn't a duel, it was a fight. There was no glove.
You say, appearing behind, looks, indeed, it was boldly done. As pointed out, the royal family rather needs to protect the whimsy. No? But
anyway, I'm not here. I'm just Penelope's second. I make sure that no one interrupts her fights.
Do you have a second?
looks around. What about that one? Points, and of course we're following the finger. I can't hold my spear and my plate. No. You just quietly, you hear across the floor, for goodness sake, pull it together. Sorry, boss. I'm sorry. Dougie is wearing a festive jumper and has got one of like the paper crowns from and has also got like a tiny like little wooden like let's say it's a train. Let's say trains exist in this world. He's got his festive gift that fell. Points. How about that one? That satisfy? I'd rather come. Well, I had a traveling partner that she looks really tired. Decided to run off to go challenge someone else to a fight. I think they might have been either a giant or a tree. But
Giant tree.
Taps his snout, points at you.
Henry, add giant tree to the list.
Yeah.
I fought a bear earlier.
And how did that go for you?
I won. I also haven't healed. He stabbed me a little bit, but I won my first duel.
That's very, very impressive. Well, gestures to the side door.
Henry.
Yes.
Henry's.
I need my second.
And I need. Sorry, what is the name of that guard?
Dougie.
Dougie. just as the claw. Dougie. Hello, princess. Hello, princess. The fox sort of like raises. Yeah. Dougie does not get the game that you're playing here. What was it? You are going to be my second in the duel. Oh, right. So am I going to fight? Yes, you're going to fight the ghost. Oh, I don't want to. You are a guard, right? Yes. And you have training in combat? That's what it says on the piece of paper I've got. Leans into you two. Is he all right? He seems very...
Honestly, I never know with that one.
Right.
He's like this all the time.
I think, again, nobody looks at you and then looks at Henry, who's been nodding like king, and just goes, marvellous. Well, let's... the two of you, the four young, there's 3 members of royalty and one very disgruntled, not disgruntled, very confused pigeon, walk out into the garden. As I said, it's cold, it's dusk, things are there, little lights sparkle, and you walk towards a very beautiful ornamental fountain. In the center of the fountain is a bird, a dove woman, sort of with her hands there. This is the former queen, now gone. They made her a beautiful fountain. As far as you know, for both of you, that is your mother. But the prince, the prince. No, Rogers. He's done his research. He knows who that is. This seems like a good spot. Do you agree?
Yes, good as any.
Right. Right. Let's make this official. Steps aside and like gestures.
Does your sword also ooze?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of gross, isn't it?
Yes, I was rather hoping when I win my battles that would sort of stop. It makes it difficult to impress the people if, you ooze.
Yeah, didn't you slip on it occasionally?
He just sort of goes, no. Very sort of... But yes, again, as I said, let's make this official. Steps aside and gestures to Dougie. He's like, what? He's like, you are the second. You need to ask if they're sure about it. Are you sure about it? Not her, them. Looks to you, Henry. Oh, are you sure you want to do a fight?
I am absolutely sure that they want to do a fight.
No, they don't want to do a fight. They want to do a duel. It's very specifically different.
Okay. Is there a way we could stop this duel from happening?
No.
What about if I give you and just hands the wooden train towards you?
And pull the fingers back. No.
Oh, I tried. No, we. Bless you, guardsman. You are an honourable man. Oh, that's the nicest thing anyone said to me in a while. Okay. What else do I need to do? Very gently, like pushes him aside, turns to you, Penelope. You have your weapon. You agree.
Yeah.
What are we doing? 3 rounds to the blood. What do we?
Hide and seek.
As you say that, I'm going to give you the yes. You get it. He's not expecting hide and seek, so please feel free to. How are you going to start hide and seek?
I count to 10.
Yeah.
You hide.
Right.
I find you.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of best of 3.
So then I look for you.
Yes.
Okay, that seems agreed to me. Do the seconds get to join in?
Actually, yes. And you get 1 point for me, an extra half point for a second. My second, specifically.
Yes, I looks as just a fairy. Hey. What are we doing? Hide and seek, Dougie. Okay. I'm gonna don't tell them where you're hiding. Agreed. So, best of 3. At the end of 3 rounds, who gets the most points? I'm starting, am I correct? Or would you like me to hide first?
We duel for it.
Shink! I'll tell you what. Roll initiative. This just.
I don't know what I'm doing, Tom. Stop me whenever you want.
No, this is perfect. This is again. Remember, this is a story being told to a child, and a mother who's been like, "It got very violent." maybe it's a no. Oro is going to be playing this game tomorrow with Sunny. They're going to be playing hide and seek duel. It's very wholesome. What did you get?
17.
17. You know what I mean. The fox got a 7, so I think the sword knocked from his hand, appears again. I guess dealer's choice. Would you like to hide?
Yeah, I'll hide first.
1, 2, 3.
My hands over the fox's hands over the ark.
Yeah, just pushes in. Dougie, don't cheat. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drops his paws. Drops your paws. Penelope, would you like to roll me a? Well, actually, sort of. I tell you what.
Before you ask me to roll anything,
Yes.
can I tell you what I do, because that will influence it.
I was going to say. I was happy to be like I roll like perception or insight or something. Tell me what you do, and then I'll tell you what.
I go back into the party and cast Disguise Self.
Amazing. What are you disguising yourself as?
I am disguising myself as Horns.
You seem to grow considerably. Yes, you're now disguised as Horns. According to the spell, what do I have to roll to see through your disguise?
Good question. I need to take a study action, so it needs to be an investigation check to my spell save DC, which is 16.
Great. Great. 10. Turns around. Just sort of... No. Looks back. Just rolls, let's see, for wisdom. 4. Begins wandering into the garden. Also sort of like turns back and looks at you, Henry. This doesn't count as the half point. I see you. I know you were keeping me honest. So I'll see you shortly. Not Horns. You have walked into the party. Are you attempting to sort of sneak around, or are you just sort of like, I'm going to stand here and be big?
Being Horns, I'm living life the way Horns must see the world. How I aspire to see the world.
You stand there with a firm jaw, sort of taking in everything. You're looking, sort of party guests sort of catch eyes with you and then look away quickly and they go, that's Horns, that's master of arms, one winner of the joust. Your picture was a cutout from like the joust, a young Horns, like with the wild abandon of like, I just won the joust, majestic, back when she was probably not much older than you, and then you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna. You do. You're looking around. You're like, this is great. Everyone's not looking at me. I mean, Horns is staring at me. Of course, walks. It's clink. Why?
Well, so I've been having trouble making decisions today, so I'm rolling a dice to decide which 2 things I do.
I think this is great.
Oh, got that roll on top of all of my other dice. Excuse me, one moment. So highs, I do that. Lows, I do that. I'm going to come clean with you. You said that I wasn't ready for the sword yet. I may have already sorted, but this was a non-violent duel, and I thought that you would approve of this more.
So you're using cunning to beat your opponent?
I'm attempting to, yes.
Do they happen to be the head of what pretty much amounts to the Thieves Guild in this town?
I don't know, they're not from this town.
That's good. Your sister is spreading whimsy, but there's going to be... Penelope, you know that there's going to be repercussions for what just happened. Am I right? You understand? It's just so like, you must understand there's going to be repercussions.
I will be, but not this Wintermas.
Gives us time to plan.
And Henry that's very... Wintermas is very, very important to them. And they felt this is what they had to do this year. So I felt obliged to back them up because their vision, gestures around, is superb. We will figure this out upon the morrow.
The slightest nod. Would it be easier if I just left? For just to...
Possibly. Also, can I touch your sword? Not today, not now. That'd look weird. But it's really cool. Can it?
It's very funny that this voice is coming out of like this giant stag woman. Yeah. She sort of looks at you and I'm like, you really want to do it, don't you? You really want to have a better understanding of the sword business. Tell me why. Why do you care so much?
Because it is an art. Because it is the practice of it. Yes, it can be violent, but it can also be a thing of beauty. I'm not interested in it for the sake of spilling someone's blood, but for the art, the sport, the finesse.
I'll see you in the courtyard at dawn. Bring your way.
Don't
Bring your-
forget your present!
Pauses. I'll go to... Walks over to Bartholomew. I didn't arrange that. The present drop. I feel it's... it's just... But it's Wintermas. You need to... I'm taking my present now. I'm retiring for the evening. Oh, right. Okay. Reaches. Evie, what emerges by mage hand out of the stack?
Are these wrapped? I assumed they were wrapped.
Yeah, it's a box. So yeah.
Hang on, what did I write down? Ah, yes. A very squishy, very well wrapped, but like a few layers of wrapping paper, clearly concealing something very soft and squishy.
Reaches. I don't have enough soft things. Thank you. Me. You have a good night.
And also with you.
Returns the bow as deeply as, Meanwhile, back in the garden, Henry, have you stayed outside or have you gone back in?
Vibing.
Again, if you're outside, the fox just is sort of looking and it's like, She's not out here, is she? I realize you can't tell me. No, don't. What did you? Hold on. She's smart. What did I do?
Stop dancing.
Looks up and down. You're very interesting, Winter Ghost. Do you know that?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing in such a...
Yeah.
"21. What do you mean?"
You get the feeling that this is a person who does not get to enjoy the whimsy of winter. Things are hard and harsh, and I said he's sort of like the Arctic fox colouring, and there's a gauntness that comes. This looks like a being who has travelled a long way, possibly on foot, and that sort of thing of like going. It's possible he doesn't know how to dance, that just hasn't, but that sort of thing of like going, it's like when you're like, this is a very different kingdom than one I'm used to, and that's interesting because I like gathering information, but I'm not quite sure.
I can show you how to dance when you're done with the duel. The duel is more important. You're in the middle of that. But I can show you how to dance afterwards. I'm very good at dancing.
Eyes sort of widen, like, that would be...
Stupid. Here's the thing about whimsy. The world outside is awful. But you can either fall to the awful and make that everything about you, or you can decide, no, actually, I'm going to make people happy. I'm going to bring whimsy to the world. And then if you encourage whimsy, they bring their own whimsy. And then everything's just a little better, even if it's for one night. But they know it can happen. And if you have to go and kick people in the head about it, then you do. But the whimsy comes from people. It doesn't just happen. So you finish the duel and I will teach you to dance.
We cut back to the bedroom. Aurora's like, You try. Are you trying to teach me a lesson? No, I'm just telling you a bedtime story. I'm just saying that sometimes it's important that you know how to handle a weapon with respect, and sometimes whimsy and chaos is not necessarily a bad thing. I want another biscuit. And I want to finish my story. Okay, Mummy. Thank you. You're a good kid. We cut back in. Princess Horns has been enjoying a walk. Various people. Princess, people give you respect. Not enough people give you salutes. You're finding it's an interesting experience. How chaotic are you feeling?
I'm getting a bit bored at this point, so probably a bit more chaotic if there's an option.
You walk over. Your father is standing with a drink, and then sort of nods, raises it. How goes it, Syrah?
Many times, Your Majesty. My name is Horns.
I know. I just thought I'd. The king is wearing a crown and is also wearing a paper crown that fell from the sky. It's how much trouble do you think we're in for with the thieves leader? What was it, Godfeather? How much danger do you think we're in?
I think, me being Horns, that is a problem best slept on, Your Majesty. I also try and take some of his drink. I've rarely been allowed champagne, but I am Horns.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
15.
Looks as you take the goblet and just go. Yeah, just the very. He looks at you and just goes, wise words, Horn, to rest on it. Who did you get for your ghost gift? Because I got my daughter. Well, I mean, Penelope. Who did you get?
I got, looks around the room furiously. What's the pigeon's name again?
Dougie.
I got Dougie.
Oh, I'm sure whatever gift you got Dougie, he would deeply appreciate. He does his best to impress you.
He does. And have I been impressed? Boy, have I been impressed with Dougie.
The fact that Tom's struggling to keep a smile at the king is also struggling. Yes. Well, he tries his best, but
you should give him a raise.
I probably should. You know, it's the season of Wintermas. It's about gift giving and showing appreciation to those who deserve it.
Speaking of those who deserve it, may I ask what you got your beloved daughter, Penelope?
Where does Horns get? Well, she is very persuasive, and maybe not as subtle as you might think.
No.
Maybe she has rather dropped hints over the last few months of certain. I don't currently see her. Horns. Maybe you would like to go get her gift and be able to give it to her.
Well, I'm sure she'd love to see me. We are going to be in the practice courts tomorrow.
Oh, you're training her, and yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Very. She's very enthusiastic. Your wise being, Horns, just from my understanding, she is dealing with great power, not only as a princess, but I would appreciate your wise eye over her training. Maybe she does not turn. Maybe she doesn't. Okay, yeah, he's going to do this. Maybe he doesn't make the same choices that her mother did.
Do I know about these choices?
Nope.
Ooh.
You barely. I mean, you assume the dove is your mother.
Yeah, I can only assume.
Turns and walks. What was it to your? What was it? The study skill.
It's investigation.
Amazing. The prince is a stranger in this land, and so would not fully appreciate the fact that this master of arms is acting oddly. I think as the bell chimes, just you see him just sort of slump down and just go, I tried. Looks over to Henry. Go inform the princess that I yield, I guess. I looks up. They're not in the ceiling, are they?
No.
I guess.
Hello, I am here. Please do.
Fine. I guess I lose this part of the duel.
Yeah.
I kick the door open. I won.
Reaches in, pulls out a coin. I guess that's hands it over. You look. There is, as you hold in your hand, there is the smell of sulfur, and you look at the abyssal chicken on it. You win the duel, I suppose.
Until next year, my friend who has so far remained nameless.
Caleb.
Until next year, Caleb.
Bows deeply. As it is getting to midnight. Yes.
I have a thing I want to prepare for an epilogue.
Yes.
Yes. As it's getting up to midnight, I have gone past the king and just gone, don't worry, I know I may have been a little passionate about keeping things to plan. I have a plan and dealing with it. Don't worry. And then just boop him on the nose. There will be a plan.
He reaches down, puts his hand on the side of your head, and goes, I don't doubt it, as a bonbon appears in his hand as he does the pulling the sweet behind it and puts it in your hand. There you go.
I can tell you the plan now. I can tell you the plan at the end, but there is a plan.
We'll get to it. As Evie, as we're coming to the end of the evening, midnight is ringing.
I guess I just recline on the palace steps. I regard my mother's statue, or who I assume is my mother, and I just say, you or whoever you are, or whoever my mother may be, what did you do? And I have a sense of ennui, as I also, then my mind wanders to, I never really did find Lady Mountain Ash. That's a shame. But, oh. But
The doors are flung open. You hear Ted go, "Oh!" You hear a voice going, "No need, darling, I'll introduce myself," as a porcupine riding a fine pink stallion rides in. "My friends, a party. And you didn't think that I basically points at the king. I challenge you to a duel, Your Highness." The king's like, "I accept."
the front row seat, I have popcorn. This is the best day of my life.
As the king's like, "Yeah, I guess." On that note, as we draw a veil over this, Henry,
yeah.
What's the plan? How are you saving the problem? How are you fixing the problem of beating up a dignitary?
When Godfeather wakes up in the morning, he finds next to him the head of a hobby horse, pristine, wrapped up in a bow. It's the full Godfather scene, but then you find it's just a toy going through that. A box of very expensive chocolates, some bruise ointment, a very nice book on how to make friends and influence people, and a sign going, "Be sensible about time and place. Don't attack whimsy on the winter whimsy festival. People can hear you, you know. Not really doing a good job about being a secret Thieves Guild person. But let's be friends. Do you want a job?"
And here was me going to use suggestion on him.
Do you know where you live?
"My dear friends, I believe it is time for a coup in the coop." GF. Hands it out there.
And into the hands of my royal host person.
I think you look at it and you're like, "Salacious." just goes, "I hate this time of year." And with that, on that note, as we come back, so that was quite a long story. Yeah, sort of got carried away. I'm really tired. No, that's happy birthday, Aura. Yeah, gets up and as she's walking out, "Happy birthday, Mummy." "Thank you, dear. I'll see you in the morning." "Can I still have a chicken party?" "I don't know what that is." I'm not going to lie. "Okay, we'll make something up. Sunny will have ideas." She always does. Walks back over and just kisses him right on the forehead as he holds his chicken princess with its tiny little talons and a small little sword just hanging at the side. Why the world's largest treehouse was selling these? That's for another time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this. Oh yes. Well, hold on. As we zoom back in,
Sorry,
Evie,
very quickly. I was coy about what the present for Horns was. Can I tell you what the present for Horns was?
you certainly can.
Excellent. So, in the package, there were massive socks for her massive horns, and another massive sock for her massive sword, and then a little rubber glove with a little chicken on it that's not blown up, but with a little note that says, "For when I'm ready."
As you come down in the morning, Horns in the dawn light turns around and is wearing the socks and goes, "I'll tell you what, if you beat me, you get to tell everyone about this." Draws, "How about you?" And as we look up, and meanwhile Henry's like, interesting, a coup, you say? That's not very festive. Beautiful.
Now becomes spy master on top of all of my other self-appointed jobs.
Because no one else is doing that. This is good. You little birds. Thank you so much to my players. It's been a pleasure spending time with these delightful princesses. If you like it, please do let us know. As we've said, we've got a Discord. Please, if you're watching this on the YouTubes, give us a thumbs up. Massive thank you to the D20 Club. You keep the lights on. You keep us with goats. Hearts. Yes. If we don't see you again, enjoy the rest of your festive season. As we like to say at the end of every episode, sometimes the best gift is socks. We'll see you next time, folks. Take care.